The usual way detective stories go is cat and mouse, where the detective is the cat and the criminal is the mouse. But Death Note is more like two cats circling each other and trying to get the first and final strike. This is why I decided to take a different route than others have when talking about Death Note. This video will be about how to catch L, which was Light's goal. To start, we have to skip to the initial confrontation. Now, many of you may think the initial confrontation is when Light sees the death row inmate on TV, but it's actually immediately after that when L reveals it was a trap. L. Taylor looked nothing but like a third-rate detective, stupidly revealing himself on national television to a criminal who can eliminate people from anywhere. While the decision to eliminate him was a bad one, it can still work in Light's favor. After Lynn's death, L revealed that Light made it much easier to find him. At this point, Light's immediate action should have been to ask his dad to assist the police with the Kira case. This is because the ICPO and Japan police don't trust L because of his hidden nature and would prefer not to use him. This means they already have a hidden bias. With his social mastery, he could have easily convinced his dad to let him join it by saying he feared for his life because Kira was willing to go after the detective on live TV, meaning he would be willing to go after their families. Saying that he wanted to protect his mom and sister and not stand by and wait could make his dad happy and respect Light's decision. This would have been one of the best moves he could have made. Firstly, it builds his relationship with the police force before L gains any trust. Light is far better with charisma and understanding how to manipulate people's emotions to get them to do what he wants. He could convince the officers in small groups to doubt L and make him reveal himself. L is behind a computer screen and an extreme hacker. He could have easily set up L. Taylor up to go on national television just so he could bring infamy to himself as Kira. He also bragged about how easy it was to capture Kira, showing his narcissism, and also was confident that Kira couldn't kill him, daring Kira to attack. Only a psychopath could do that, which is why L should be the prime suspect. These are some of the things Light could have said. Now, L is considered a suspect and the police will have more doubt instead of just being untrusting. This would vastly push up the timeline for L to reveal himself and would make the Japan task force do the investigative work against L and for Light. Now L will be facing multiple battles. L will be trying to hide his information, convince the task force they're being lied to, and still try to catch Kira. This would have been a much more interesting plot in my opinion. L would be on the run while Light motivates the task force even more by adding people to the Death Note. Eventually, L, by choice or force, will be put in the spotlight. His life would likely become a documentary, and of course, he would be eliminated by Light Yagami. Light would be a hero to the task force and have at least 2 more victims to put the blame for Kira on in Mello and Nier. How would Wataru fit in all of this? Well, he would probably reveal himself a lot sooner than L and be detained for connection with an international criminal. But there's another route to this story, the one where L figures out Light's plot and immediately reveals himself with a fake identity and name, which will be the small-scale version of L. Taylor, showing a stand-in who can take the blame and the chase, giving him time to plan his next move. He could show the person's real name to let them die, but they may also backfire. He could have even used Mello and Nier as fake L's to give himself even more time. They both should have taken immediate risks that would vastly improve the odds for both of them to win. After their initial encounter, they should have known they would not be able to win without risk.